Hi, my name is Dan Orth, and a while ago I read an article about a company that wants to build autonomous battleships for the US military. Real naval vessels operating on the open ocean without a crew, no captain and no sailors on deck. The ship navigates, detects threats, and responds on its own. Think about that for a moment. And I remember thinking in that moment, if we can do that on the open ocean, then what else can we do with our current technology? I have spent decades in the fire, security, and life safety industry. I've designed, installed, and serviced alarm systems in hundreds of buildings across the country. And here is what I can tell you honestly, that the industry has not fundamentally changed in 50 years. As a matter of fact, some areas are still using systems that were developed literally 100 years ago called master boxes. Have you ever seen one of these things out on the street or on the side of a building? They are still in use all across the country. A modern fire alarm system will detect smoke and then an alarm sounds. We are all taught that when there's a fire to immediately exit the building. However, I've found that fire alarms are not treated with the respect they deserve today. So what actually happens? Someone eventually walks over to the keypad, assesses the situation, makes a decision, and pushes a button. That is still the state of the art technology in 2026 for this industry. Now let's think about the environments that these systems are protecting today. Industrial manufacturing facilities, pharmaceutical plants, food processing and packaging, data centers, lithium battery factories. The hazard landscape has changed dramatically. The complexity has grown, and the stakes are higher. There is a distinct mismatch between the alarm technology that was developed decades ago and the high-tech industrial facilities that they are trying to protect today. And the fire, security, and life safety industry's answer to all of that complexity is the same keypad it had in 1985, literally. I am not the only one who sees this. Last week, a 25-year industrial reliability expert reached out to me on LinkedIn, unprompted. She said that there is a definitive need for intelligent safety integration in manufacturing environments. That is not a sales lead. That is the industrial landscape raising its hand and saying, we want better than what we are getting. And that is why I founded Thelos Integrated Systems and am developing HESDA, Hyper Early Smoke Detection and Analysis, and Cygnus, our autonomous security response platform. The goal is not to build a smarter alarm system. The goal is to build an intelligent, integrated platform that does not rely on people to respond, to analyze, make a decision, and have to take action. We integrate across all four of the fire and security systems in a modern facility: fire, intrusion, cameras, and access control. A system that detects threats, understands context, situations, and environments, and responds intelligently and on its own, the way that an autonomous battleship would navigate the ocean. My name is Dan Orth. I have spent over 2 decades in this industry. I am not a venture-backed startup. I am not a research lab with 100 engineers. I am just a small business owner and a life safety professional who got fed up with the gap between what is possible and what the industry is delivering and decided to close that gap myself. This is the story of how that gets built. Thank you for watching.